He coined the term apple poop. Hi everyone, my name is Nina. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the video. Last video I made, I had a comment from the Iron Musket, and he asked for a low calorie, high protein breakfast recipe that he could review. For those of you who don't know who the Iron Musket is, he reviews healthy recipes on YouTube, and what he's famous for, what I mainly know him from, is when he reviewed Greg Doucette's cookbook, particularly the apple goop. So I was very excited to see this comment, but I was also very nervous. Why, you might ask? So he is the one who coined the term apple poop. That was him. He did that. Will this be known as breakfast poop from now on? I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions for any dish you want to see turned into a low calorie, high protein version, drop a comment, let me know. I'm still working on a lasagna. It was successful. The recipe is great. It's coming very, very soon. That should be the next video. So let me know. So for the meat today, we're going to be using Canadian bacon, 4 slices of it. This stuff is really high in protein, low in fat. And then another protein I'm going to use is this chicken sausage I get from Costco. I'm just going to use one because it's kind of high in fat. Then we're going to make a breakfast hash with 100 grams of potato, half an onion, and 2 peppers. We also need some 0-calorie butter spray. They say it's 0 calorie, but it really has some calories, so be careful with that. And then we're going to make an egg white omelet with some fat-free mozzarella and some kind of greens. I used the chard and spinach and kale mix. Then on the side, we're gonna have some toast. This is the best toast you'll ever find. 40 calories a slice, 7 grams of fiber. It'll keep you full and it tastes great. Okay, so here's how we're gonna cut the potato. First, take a little slice off so you have a flat surface on the bottom and the potato won't wiggle on the cutting board. Now, if the cutting board moves on the counter, here's what you do. Grab a wet paper towel and then you're gonna put it under the cutting board. Now the cutting board won't move at all. So try that out and let me know if it works for you. Next, we're gonna slice the potato into about 1/4 inch slices. You don't want the potato to be too thick because we want it to cook quickly. After you cut it into slices, we're gonna cut it into sticks the same size, and then we're going to cube them. And don't forget about the piece that we cut in the beginning. You can cut that into sticks and cut it into cubes as well. The onion. You're gonna wanna make some horizontal cuts with the knife first. Make about 3 or 4, however many that you can. 4 seems to be okay. And you could tell here, this is before I had the paper towel under the cutting board. That's why it's moving around so much. Then you're gonna make some vertical cuts as well. Then turn the onion around and then just dice away. You should be left with a nice even dice. When you get to the end of the onion, just keep chopping around it and you'll get more out of it. So you don't have to do this with the pepper, but I took out the ribs and the seeds, and I'll show you how I did that. It just makes for a cleaner kind of a pepper. And again, you absolutely do not have to do this. This is completely optional. You can just go ahead and cut the pepper any other way. It doesn't make a difference. This is also another way that you can cut it. If you cut it into quarters, and then you can take out the ribs and the seeds in each of the quarters. Again, you do not have to do this. You could just eat the ribs and the seeds. They're completely fine. If you do choose to do this, please point the knife away from you so you don't hurt yourself. For maximum efficiency, use 2 pans, one for the potato hash, the other one for the meats and the eggs. You're gonna need a decent amount of cooking spray for the potatoes. They're also gonna take the longest to cook, so we're gonna put them in first so they have the most time to cook. Don't forget to season the potatoes, salt, and some freshly ground pepper. And today I'm using my cute little pepper grinder. For the bacon, you only need a little bit of a spray in the pan, and we're just gonna leave the bacon in there until we get a nice brown crust on top. Keep stirring the potatoes up so they crisp up on all sides. We're trying to get crispy potatoes on all the sides. They need to be cooked all the way through. And also make sure that they're in one layer in the pan. They're not on top of each other. So after a couple of minutes, the potatoes are starting to crisp up, and you can see here that the bacon got a nice brown crust on top. That's what we want. A brown crust means good flavor. Look at that. That's what you're looking for. At least that, if not more, if that's how you like it. Once you flip the bacon, you can now start to cook the sausage. And this sausage is actually fully cooked already. I'm just trying to put a brown crust on it because, again, that means flavor. So I just cut the sausage link in half and I put it in the pan. So don't forget about the potatoes. Keep flipping them and stirring them every now and then, making sure they don't stick and they're getting brown and crispy on all sides. Now we're going to put some spices on the potatoes. We seasoned it with salt and pepper. Now we're going to put some spices. So first thing is garlic powder. Give it a stir after you put it. I put a little bit more. I like lots of garlic powder in there. This is all just a preference. And then I put some crushed red peppers. And just a touch of cumin. And stir all that up and let it cook some more. By this time the sausage should be done, should have a nice brown crust on top, and the bacon should also be done. Don't do what I just did. Use a utensil. It's very hot. Don't do what I just did. Once the potatoes are almost all crispy, put the onions and the peppers in. And of course we're going to season the onions and the peppers with salt and pepper. And this is what they should look like after they're done. For your eggs, you don't want the pan to be too hot, so pour your eggs in there and salt and pepper, of course. I like a lot of pepper in my eggs. Makes them taste so much better. When you're cooking the omelet, just move away the edges and let the liquid flow into the empty part of the pan. And keep doing that until the egg is almost cooked. Right before the egg is cooked, once it's not quite cooked yet, but almost cooked, turn the heat off, and that's when you're gonna put in the toppings. So put in your cheese and the greens. Now here, learn from my mistake. You need to be gentle with the egg whites. I was a little too careless and I ripped it, so I had a little bit of a hard time trying to fold it over. So once you fold it over like this, you want to get your plate and then you flip it onto the plate. Watch that again. Flip it. Omelet, done. And push it off to the side, make a straight line, put in the potato hash. I forgot to show the step, but when the potatoes are almost done, give them a couple of sprays of the butter. You'll see me using a lot of herbs here on the channel. And the reason for that is fresh herbs give a dish such a better flavor. Just because we're making healthy food, it doesn't have to be bland. It doesn't have to taste bad. Healthy food can taste good too. I almost forgot about the toast, so this is pretty straightforward. Just get your toast, give it a couple sprays of the butter spray, and just put it in the toaster for as long as you want. I think you guys got this one. There we are. There it is. As usual, this is a big plate. I have a big head. This is huge. Lots of food. For sauce choices, I went with Cholula, green pepper one of my favorite sauces. And hands down, my favorite sauce, Valentina. Great stuff on eggs, on potatoes, on everything. And ketchup on my eggs. I like ketchup on my potatoes and eggs, so this is a low calorie ketchup. All right, let's try this. Let's try the potato hash first, because this is my favorite part of the whole dish, is the potato hash. I love potato hash. This is really good. This is a really good combo. The potatoes and the onions and the peppers. Ooh. I think I may have put a little too much crushed red pepper. Ooh, spicy. Let's try the omelet. So the cheese isn't quite melted here because I had to mess with the tripod for the last 10 minutes just to get it to where it is right now, and it's not even in that great of a position. But normally this cheese should be all melted and gooey. Oops. And then we have the sausage here, of course. This is great with some hot sauce. That's good. I'm just all about these potatoes. There's lots of vegetables in here too. We have the onion, we have the peppers, the spinach mix, and I think that's gonna do it for me today. I can't keep eating right now. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, right? It's a little late for me to be having all this food. So this is a 500 calorie breakfast, right? This isn't a snack. It's not a small meal. This is definitely a significant breakfast, but this will keep you full for hours and hours and hours and hours. You won't need to eat anytime soon. You're not gonna feel like you're hungry, or you're gonna need to snack. If you have any suggestions for a low calorie, high protein food you wanna see, just drop a comment below and I will make my best to make it happen. If you liked this video, subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that I'm on the right track, and I will make more videos. That's how I know if you want more videos or not. So this has been my dish for the Iron Musket. I hope he reviews it, and we'll see what he says, breakfast poop or not. Fingers crossed. See you guys in the next video. Peace.